I want to ask you a question. Who wants to become happy? Please raise your hand. Wow, everybody, right? But let's make it a little more complicated with this question too. How many of you have a clear picture what is happiness you are looking for right now? It's much more complicated, right? And I was exactly in the same confused situations and years back in my life. I was thinking about what I want to really do in my life. And then something big thing happened in my life which completely changed my way I was thinking and believing before about my life. And today I'm here to tell you one thing, which is about how do you find that masterpiece, the true happiness in your life. So far, in my life, I have found 3 levels of happiness. What are these levels and how do we go through? I'm explaining right now. So level 1 happiness was this. I born in a family with 16 doctors, everybody doctors, but I fall in love with computer when I was just 4 years old. And since then, it gave me a purpose to go to the school every possible day because I want to be a computer engineer. That was my vision and mission of my life. I came to my life, come to the school, give my every possible best effort by making my every other interest lower priority than compared to this one. And yes, I got 1% of the merit list and finally got a scholarship to study one of the most prestigious universities as well too. Yes, that was my happiness level 1. But it took me 18 years of trading off, putting my dream ahead of anything else. So that was my level 1. So now let's talk about the level 2. So when I reached the level 2, then I was thinking about what will be my level 2 happiness. I was thinking about how would I want to become a chief of technology stream in a company. I want to be a chief information officer. And then when I want to set up that mission, then I have 2 key realization about my life. The number 1, I find out that just a good student and a high score is simply not enough to be a CIO or chief information officer. I need to build a completely new set of expertise to be that person. I was seeing all my friends are going for master's degree, they're going to overseas studies and so on. But I figured out that it's not going to be just enough for me. And the second realization I figured out that this one, I have to look around. I have to find out what is other things happening. Because I find out that there's a lot of resources always around us which we don't overlook, always. But most of the time we also overlook as well too and don't get it actually. What are those things can help us? I figured out that most of my family members are working all over the world, serving for different health systems. So why don't go out of my comfort zone and do that same thing? And I did it for 8 years. And I became a CIO. What a price. I was putting every possible thing under priorities than this level of happiness, and I got it. And then when I got to that level 2 happiness, I was thinking about what will be my level 3 happiness. And this is the way the big thing happens. Until now, it was all about my career, my life, my jobs, and so on. Can it be something different? Can it be something like my passion or something else? I had no idea what is the word callings. I hear it recently, long after that. So I was figuring out that there are the 2 things is happening is around me in this one. Every goal, every level of happiness I'm setting out based on this thing. I was thinking what I want to do, and what I am really going to get. And these things are always related to my knowledge and imagination level I am having that moment. So with that, what happened? I realized that let's do a PhD. Let's get a PhD done. Because I was always passionate about doing research, and I was always doing research too. So why not do a PhD done? I got 11 publications so far. So that's just not related to my job and career, but it will be my passion. And then I set up my level 3 happiness, getting a dream PhD done. And that is the moment. That is the moment a big thing happened, which actually made me wake up. And I am telling you, everyone sitting around this hall, sooner or later, every one of you will experience this big event in your life. It could be losing a heart, losing a family member, losing a career, losing a financial thing, or even losing a relationship. But unfortunately, most of the people use these big events against themselves and ruin themselves more. And only few could do it in their favor so they can move forward. I'm happy that I could use it on my favor. So with that, what is my big event, right? My big event was this. In 2000, I said that I set up my goal to get a PhD done. I applied around immediately without wasting time, and I got 4 offers. In 2013, I'm already in Vietnam working for RMIT as a head of digitization. And I was thinking, by end of 2013, I'm going to take one of them, I'm going to leave Vietnam, I'm done. I'm going to go for my dream, done. But I got sick for 6 months, and that's the time I went to tons of hospitals, local, internationals, clinics, and so on. And after 6 months going through that process, I got better, but I had one question in my mind: what is wrong here? Something wrong here. Where is why I never feel like a customer? Why I never feel like I am a customer? The passion experience, I put it on the slide, but this is such a new term. But I was thinking, why I never feel like a customer? Why nobody treat me as a customer here when I'm going there? So with that, I thought that, how would I do a research on this one? Then immediately I go and talk to some of my friends. They're Vietnamese friends. I told them that, hey, I want to do a research on this passion experience, and I want to drop off my dream. It already sounds very ridiculous, right? They all laugh at me. They say that, no, John, don't even think about that. You go for it. But I realized that there's one thing is very important. In the life, whenever we stand in the 2 boats, we don't go anywhere. We just simply fall down and drawn in the same very positions. So what I realized this one, when I'm coming with this situation, I need to decide very quickly. I grab my laptop, write 4 emails to 4 supervisors, and said that thank you very much for this opportunity, but I want to let it go because I want to do this research. Yes, that was a very difficult decision, but with a lot of exciting as well too. But I start that doing research, but that actually was difficult. But more difficult I start to receive and realize that, oh my God, I'm in the middle of a desert where there is no other support I could ever have. I had no datas. I had no friends who actually believe what I'm doing, want to do. I had no family member understanding that what actually really I'm doing, because they all think that, hey, John, you're supposed to get a PhD. Why you suddenly were doing this one too? At the same time, the biggest enemy was this, the self-doubt. It's always remind me, did I just make a bad decision by thinking about doing this research? Why did I just give up my dream PhD thing and I came to this position? And then here is the point. Every time in your life you trade off something to get something else in your life, this is the one going to hunt you down. This self-doubt is going to chase you, is going to find you, and you're going to try their best to beat you down. There will be a million of reasons you will always face for stopping the thing you really want to do. But if you could find one thing, and if you can hang on to that one, and that's the way you could do. And that's exactly I did. I started doing the research, even despite all challenges, I continued. I fall in love in the process, and I got addicted into it. And I keep giving up my other processes, other hobbies, badminton, tennis, hanging out, friends, traveling, and put this all time to that research work. So now this is the way I want to tell you this one. Now, you may ask that, John, how do it really grow after that? I found 2 reasons into it. Not 1, 2. Number 1, whenever we have a big vision, you want to do something with a big vision, you will never have a clear picture about it. You may think about it, but you'll never have an ultimate goal. The only way to figure out and have a bit more clear picture is about you keep working on that, and that's exactly how I was doing it. I knew that I don't have a clear vision, but I keep working on it, and more I work, and more clear. And the second thing is this one. It's about when you see the result, you get addicted into it. So I was measuring everything I was doing. I was saying that what is the difference? What is the problem into it? And how much I make the progress? And this is the number I want to show it to you. So in 2017, outcome of the research, I found this nonprofit organization, Vietnam Social Health Revolution, or VSHR. In 3 years of time, this organization grown from 0 to 350 people. We've been running 25 national level initiatives. In 3 years, all the members completed 1.4 million micro tasks to bring the support to 500,000 people. So these are the numbers we measured, and these are the one we are so excited about it. Right now, we want to bring it to 1 million people. So now you can say, how could you go so far? Don't you feel tired? Because Monday to Friday, I'm a CIO. I'm go to organization, helping them to be transforming their business and so on. And then Saturday and Sunday, I'm showing up in the nonprofit organization, spending since morning to evening for empowering the team and taking things forward. Do I feel tired? I want to be honest with you. Exactly the same piece. The flesh, bone, and skin. Like everyone if you have is here. So how do I do it? Because I found that I always wanted to be this. I always wanted to be my biggest critics ever. So when I look myself in the mirror and deep dive inside inside me, this is where I found out. This is the thing I was doing. I always wanted to be happier. I always want to be happier. So in our life, everything needs to grow and have to get better, have to scale up. So our happiness needs to be scaled up as well too. So I was looking for happiness over scale. And that's why I was level 1, level 2, level 3. That's the way I scaling this up. So now, this is the thing. How do I really do this scaling up thing happen? You may be thinking that about, I want to give you some easy example, which you can easily find it out to do this one. I'm sure that if you look around you, there will be someone in your neighborhood, a doctor or health worker, went out giving up their time, for family time, comfort, and put their life at risk for treating other COVID or COVID patients. That's the optimal trade-off. They give up their comfort to helping other people. Now you may say, oh, John, I'm not a doctor. Come on. Do I have to be a great person to helping other people? Absolutely not. You can be no one, and you can help other people. You can spend 15 minutes to give an education to someone else in the street. Give them a mathematical knowledge. You can give them an English knowledge. You can give them something about a food who is really hungry in the street. You can give them a clothes which you are not using as well too for somebody who really need it. So that is why it's called happiness over scale. If you could help one people, you get happier. Why? Because the person who received the help from you, they get happy, and you become also happy too. So now how about think about this? How about you can help 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, 1,000 people. If you could do help like that, how happy you will become. Here is the thing. Our world always have problems. Always have problems. We have poverty, we have disease, we have hunger, we have ignorance, destroying our humanity. But now in 2020, when you are living, we have two biggest weapons. Number 1 is technology. Number 2 is education. Now, if you could mold this to a weapon with our mindset for helping other people and putting other people ahead of us and thinking about an optimal trade-off, that will make you somebody who can create great impact in the community. And I want to tell you this one. When you do that, you will never lose. It's maybe very, very difficult and very challenging to even find that 15 minutes in a day. But when you do that one, your passion, your value, your care, and your impacts will multiply yourself, and you will never let you lose in yourself. And you'll see there will be 100 other people will also want to do something like that as well too. So now you say, who's going to do this one? We're no one. Do I need to be a superhero to do that? Like Marvel hero, the superhero comes from the moon, comes from the Neptunes, comes from the oceans, coming from the water, or come out from the futuristic machine. In real life, there is a small superhero living every one of you here. Everyone, there is a superhero inside of you. Everyone, a small superhero. And all you just need to do is this. You need to put in energy, passion, and knowledge. And build your mindset so you can think about optimal trade-off by putting other people ahead, by thinking about something you want to do it for other people rather than just your financial return, rather than thinking about what you can do in short terms, but you could do it for a long period of time, and that will help you to make the difference. So now, this is the thing. I asked you one question. You want to be happy? All of you raise hand. Yes, I know. You are so true and right about it. So my question is, last two question is for you. If it's not you, then it's who? If you're looking around you right now, around your seat, you are not worse or weaker than anyone else. So why not you? And if you're thinking about, when do I start? Why not now? Now is always better than anyone. Confusion is always drag you down to a deep dive something and will keep you wasting your valuable times. So this is the thing I want to talk about to you this thing. Our life is a journey. And you want to make this journey happier. And you can make it really happier by doing this thing. When you start making every possible decision by thinking about happiness over scale and optimal trade-off. And you will see your life become very happier. And this is the good news I want to give it to you guys. The good news. If you start it today, and very soon, if you start making this every decision based on those two things, very soon you will start to be a much more happier person today, sitting down in this hall. Thank you. Thank you very much.